Welcome to Week 3 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. A big game this between the Kowloon Cricket Club and USRC. USRC, of course, with a massive victory in their first game against HKCC. KCC, on the other hand, 1 week ago, lost their first game against Pakistan Association. I'm sure all of you are itching to find out exactly what happened at the toss. I'm not going to keep you longer. Let's find out what happened at the toss. Toss. Who's got the coin? Akbar Khan, the home captain, has the coin. Flower. Flower is the call.
It is flower.
Flower it is. Jamie, join me up here. You won the toss. What is your decision?
We're going to have a bat first.
And any changes to your 11?
We've got 3 changes today. We've got Chris Carter and Simondeep returning from overseas. Thankfully, the quarantine rules have changed. So they're back in the team, and we've got Ashley Caddy in as an extra bowling option as well.
Yeah, and of course, you won at home, even though you weren't the home team. But what are your goals going into this contest?
I mean, pretty much it's a win every game for us now to try and get through to the final. We win our next 3 games with the first one here, and we can get ourselves another chance in the final. But I'm looking to put some runs on the board today, and it's a used wicket, and hopefully defend them later on this afternoon.
Absolutely. Best of luck, Jamie.
Thank you.
Akbar, if you could join me up here for a second. Akbar, you did not win the toss, but if you did win the toss, what would you have decided?
I think we would have carried first, which runs on the board, and everything becomes a lot more simpler.
Yeah, absolutely. And just walk us through your team. Any changes?
We have got 3 changes. Whereas Junior comes in, we've got Shahawat coming in, and then we've got Ali coming in as a bowler. So hopefully, we can restrict them to a minimum total, and then we can chase it down.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a fantastic memory, and you answered my next question as well. But in any case, best of luck for this contest.
Thank you so much. Yes, have a good day.
So there you go. The news from the middle is KCC have won the toss, and they're going to have a bat first. So there you have it. The news is KCC have won the toss and decided to bat first. A few changes for both teams. For KCC, of course, Chris Carter coming in place of Charlie Walsh. Chris Carter, of course, back in town along with Simondeep Singh. Here is KCC's playing 11. Aizaz Khan, Atiq Iqbal, Babar Hayat, Chris Carter, Dan Pascoe, Jamie Atkinson, the skipper, Jay Davidson, Muhammad Khan, Simondeep Singh, and the director of cricket at the Kowloon Cricket Club, Ashley Caddy. And for USRC, a few changes in their 11 as well. We've got Aftab Hussain, Ali Muhammad, Sakawat, Awais Muhammad, Ghazanfar, of course, Hassan Muhammad, Imran Arif, Akbar Khan, the skipper, Shariar Khan, Umar Muhammad, and Waqas Khan. So like I was saying, huge victory for USRC on the opening day against HKCC, at HKCC as well. They bowled HKCC out for 80 runs and they chased it down easily, courtesy of a 49-run knock from Akbar Khan. KCC, on the other hand, they lost their first game last week against the Pakistan Association Cricket Club. So 2 very contrasting fortunes for PACC and KCC in these first 2 weeks. This, of course, is Week 3 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. And if you like what you hear in this broadcast, you can always follow me on Twitter at JDancingHani. We're around 5 minutes away from the first ball being bowled. USRC's players, they're already out there in the middle. KCC, of course, winning the toss and choosing to bat first. But KCC, like Jamie said at the toss, they're treating every single game like a do-or-die must-win encounter. And for USRC, of course, it's all about that road to the final. They have a huge net run rate boost. A net run rate somewhere in the region of 1.6 or 1.7. That's the best net run rate out of any team in this league. And of course, it's just early days. It's a 5-team competition, of course, single round robin format, so 4 games for each of the 5 teams, and the top 2 will progress to the final, which, if memory serves me correctly, will be played at the start of November. I hope to be commentating on the final as well. I gotta say a huge shout out to the production team here at CHK. 4 games streamed every single Sunday. 2 women's games and 2 men's games. This, of course, is the second of the doubleheader games, both games between USRC and KCC. The women's team in the morning and the men's team today. And if you're just joining us, of course, in the morning, KCC registering their first and only victory of the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League. USRC Lantau Lionesses, they put up a strong fight. That was a combined 11, of course, of USRC, Lantau CC, and the SLCC Lionesses. It's a different story today. USRC, of course, just representing themselves. This is not a combined 11. Like we said, so much at stake in this contest between KCC batting first upon winning the toss and USRC, who've been asked to bowl first. We're around 2 minutes away from the first ball being bowled in this contest. And I gotta say, I'm a fan of punctuality, and I like how all the players are ready to go right now. I just hope they don't start a little too early. Yes, of course, this game being streamed on both the CHK Facebook channel and the CHK YouTube channel. I urge you to follow Cricket Hong Kong across social media on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And of course, hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. And every time we go live with Cricket from Hong Kong, you'll be the first person to find out. Wow, what a fantastic deal that is. There we go, the umpire's just getting the attention of me and getting the attention of the scorers. Umpire John, I'm ready to go. Scorers are ready. There we go, we're starting a minute and a half ahead of time. Here we go, Azaz Khan on strike. That's guided away behind square in the offside. First runs on the board for KCC. And of course with the ball is Shariar Khan. The other opener, Mo Khan, comes on to strike for the first time today. We have a deep mid-wicket in position already. Mid-on and mid-off, both up in the circle. And is that a sign of the plan of attack here for USRC? Maybe the plan is just to dig it in. It's harder to clear mid-on and mid-off when a seamer bends his back. Jamie Atkinson spoke about this at the toss. It's a used wicket as well. That's a big reason why they decided to bat first. Let's that go. Mo Khan now just eyeing up that gap between deep mid-wicket and mid-on. It's a pretty large gap, I have to say. So if you're Shariar Khan and you stray onto the pads, you could be punished. There we go, he finds that gap, but it's just going to be a single. direct hit, he would have been in. Leg bye to close out the first over. It's 4 for no loss. And we're going to have spin from the other end. Aftab Hussain into the attack. I beg your pardon, it's actually Muhammad Hassan into the attack. I'm getting a little bit too excited. I can't wait for that Aftab Hussain Muhammad Gazanfar duo. Gazanfar, of course, impressing for the national team at the Asia Cup qualifiers and the main Asia Cup tournament. Fired in, and it's taken. First wicket down here for KCC. It's Mo Khan walking back to the dugout. Had a wild swing at that one. There were large expanses of space in the offside. Unfortunately, an outside edge on this used wicket. A bit of purchase off this surface. KCC in early trouble, 4 for 1. With 5 deliveries left in the second over. Big moment in the game. Early wicket here for USRC. Early advantage to USRC. Still early days, of course. And walking in at number 3, a man who needs absolutely no introduction. The familiar face of Babar Hayat. Tell you what, a good 30-45 minutes of Babar Hayat, and this game will be firmly in favor of KCC. There we go. The view count on YouTube steadily increasing. Cutaway finds that gap between third man and backward point. The fielders barely bothered moving, and rightfully so. First boundary of the innings for KCC. Look at that, Babar Hayat, effortless. Babar Hayat, the complete batter. He's got timing, he's got power, he's got awareness. He can anchor an innings, he can be an aggressor. He can do it all, Babar Hayat. He can start strong in the power play, he can bat through the middle overs, he can finish with a strong flourish towards the end. 8 for 1. We're halfway through the second over. If you're just joining us, KCC won the toss and elected to bat first. Tries to go for an expansive drive. And Muhammad Hassan, that's a good piece of bowling, fired it in. Faster, flatter trajectory, and it deceived Babar Hayat. Fired in yet again. Consecutive dot balls. Full toss, unable to take advantage of that, a run out chance. Chooses not to go for the throw, no fielders were backing up. End of a successful over, just the boundary off it, and the wicket of Muhammad Khan. KCC 8 for 1 after 2. That view count on YouTube now approaching 50 viewers right now. And we can definitely get that view count up. If you want to help me spread awareness about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong, share the link to this live stream with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you're watching on YouTube, all you have to do is press that share button, and then you'll see a number of icons pop up from Twitter, Instagram, WhatsApp, whatever. Then click on one of those icons, click on who you want to send it to, and we can get that view count up. A play and a miss. Nervous early moments for Aizaz in his innings. Like I said, he looked so good last week, even though he was put down twice. Cleared the boundary for 2 maximums, and cleared the boundary quite comprehensively, you have to say. And that's one thing about cricket being played in Hong Kong. The dimensions, the sizes of these boundaries not very big. Shahryar Khan looking for his first wicket. Bang down the ground. That goes all the way for 6. Just as we were talking about Aizaz Khan. He's got that ability to clear the boundary without over-hitting the ball. That's exactly what he's done on this occasion. First 6 for Aizaz Khan. First 6 for KCC. Their score now moves on to 14 for 1. They're going at exactly a run a ball. 14 for 1 after 2.2 overs. Like we said, a very interesting field setting here for USRC, a 6-3 offside field. That's better, but guided away. Once again, not looking to overhit that ball, finding that gap between third man and backward point. So a 6 followed by a boundary. Aizaz Khan, we were saying just now, nervous early moments in his innings, but he's making up for it now. Aizaz Khan on into double figures. 12 off 6. And look at that, maybe word is starting to spread. Aizaz Khan, Babar Hayat at the crease. If there's any time to tune in to this live stream, there's no better time than now. Aizaz Khan looking for another boundary. Pushes it straight to backward point. A welcome dot ball here for USRC. But Shahryar Khan, you have to say, is punished down the ground for 6, just over long on. But this is, of course, a 6-3 offside field, and you don't want to be bowling on the legs. Down the track, flat bats it. Second 6 of the over. Over a whitish, long on, comfortably clearing that rope. For a minute I thought I was in danger. And look at that, that score now motors along to 24 for 1. Still have 1 delivery left in the third over. There's Aizaz Khan. Charged down the track, maybe a hint of premeditation in that stroke. But he's such a good timer of the ball. Got out of jail and got half a dozen. Look at that, Aizaz Khan. He's eyeing up that vacant deep square leg region. Pressure on Shahryar. Guided away. It beats the keeper. In fact, the keeper getting a bit of a glove on that. Dot ball to close out the third over. A very expensive over. 16 runs off it. KCC 24 for 1. A big thank you to our sponsors Gencor for sponsoring both the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League and the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Gencor, of course, have been so supportive of cricket in Hong Kong for an extended period of time. And Gencor, without you, we would not have been able to pull off this production. So a big thank you to our sponsors. And to continue, it's going to be Mohammad Hassan. Mo Hassan picked up the big wicket of Muhammad Khan. Oh, look at that. Rushing on to Babar Hayat. A faster arm ball, and I have to say, that was very quick. Definitely nudging 100 kilometers per hour. And again, Babar Hayat troubled early in his innings by Mohammad Hassan. Mo Hassan taking the new ball. A reminder, this is a used wicket, of course. The morning game between KCC and the USRC Lantau Lionesses. Bang through the offside, doesn't find the gap. 3 consecutive dot balls to kick off the 4th over. And USRC, they needed this. 16 runs being leaked in that 3rd over by Shahryar. A bump ball. Akbar Khan and the cover region makes no mistake. Extra cover, rather. 2 balls left in the 4th over. Once again, rushing on to Babar Hayat, maybe keeping a tad low as well. Babar Hayat, the stoic Babar Hayat, just walking away from his crease, gathering his thoughts, fiddling with his gloves. Fired in. Fantastic. Mo Hassan, a maiden over. The score remains 24 for 1 after 4. If you're just joining us, KCC, they won the toss and decided to bat first. 3 changes for KCC. Ashley Caddy coming back into the 11 along with Chris Carter and Simandeep Singh. The latter of those 2 names, they were travelling up until recently. So they're back in the 11, as is the director of cricket at the Kowloon Cricket Club, Ashley Caddy. We're definitely going to see him in action in that 2nd innings. The left armer, Ashley Caddy. Unsurprisingly, we have a change in bowling. Ali Muhammad into the attack. Played for KCC for 3 seasons and now making the switch to USRC. So without a doubt, Ali Muhammad will be familiar with this KCC 11. Azaz Khan, he's in red hot form. Striking the ball well. Full toss, a gift, and it's put away between cover and backward point. The fielder just jogging after it. He knew he had no chance to cut it off. Ali Muhammad, you gotta do better than that, son. Second ball for Ali Muhammad. That's much better. Backward point will cut this off. For the first time today, we see more reinforcements for the leg side. Got a fine leg in the circle, as well as a conventional mid-wicket. Got a deep square leg in position and a long on the boundary as well. A reminder, we're still within the fielding restrictions. So only 2 fielders allowed outside that 30-yard circle. Down the track, a sweet sound off the bat. He's going to get his 2nd boundary of the over, Azaz Khan. And look at that, he's raced on to 26 off 12. He's been in merciless form here, Azaz Khan, taking advantage of this power play. Got a boundary square of the wicket, and now another boundary well in front of square. 32 for 1. It's a different ball game from this end. Mohammad Hassan, Mo Hassan, the left arm spinner, so impressive from the other end. Picked up the big wicket of Mo Khan as well, breaking that opening partnership. Watchfully played straight into the cover region. And a strong throw into the keeper, so a dot ball there. 2 balls left in the 5th over. But of course, USRC skipper Akbar Khan realized that Azaz was peppering that leg side field, especially that wideish long on region. Here we go, Ali Muhammad. That's a little too wide and signaled wide by the umpire as well. So the umpire getting some exercise and KCC getting a bonus run. But a common question I'm usually asked on YouTube is, what is a good score on this wicket? And of course this is a used wicket, so I would go with something in the region of 160. I don't believe 160 is going to be easy to chase down. And of course a big game for both teams. I just like the idea of having runs on the board. Pushed into the offside, well timed, wow. Azaz Khan, effortless action. And 3rd boundary of the over for the right-hander, the elegant right-hander. The score now for KCC moving on to 37 for 1. As you can see on that replay, over-pitched. And he doesn't look to overhit that, just well-timed through the offside. I have to say, when Azaz Khan is in full flow, there are very few batters I'd rather be watching in Hong Kong cricket circles. Azaz, can he get his 4th boundary of the over? Guided. Mid-wicket will cut it off, but unable to prevent the single. End of a good over for KCC. 14 runs off it. They're 38 for 1 with 1 over left in the power play. We have a comment on YouTube. Hikmat Yar says, only spin wicket. I don't know about only spin, but one thing I will say is this is a used surface. And that's why we saw Mo Hassan getting a good amount of purchase off this wicket and picking up the big wicket, of course, of Mo Khan, the KCC opener. So an early breakthrough for USRC, but it's been all KCC since then. Six balls left in the power play, and we have a change in bowling. The leg spinner Mohammad Gencor into the attack. He's been in red hot form for the national team. Put in a good performance 2 weeks ago as well against HKCC. The leg spinner Azaz Khan punched through the offside, doesn't find the gap. And Azaz Khan, he's got off to a lightning quick start here. An important 5 balls coming up. Just 5 more balls left in the fielding restrictions. Will Azaz Khan look to go after the leg spinner? Watchfully played. Azaz, if I were you, I'd play it safe. I know it's a T20 game. I know we're still within the fielding restrictions. but you don't want to lose a wicket now. Mohammad Ghazanfar, definitely the danger man for USRC. 4 more balls left in the power play. Oh, play and a miss. An optimistic appeal, but I heard absolutely nothing sitting here in the commentary box. We're halfway through the 6th over. And if you're just joining us, KCC, they won the toss, decided to bat first. Got off to a rough start. Mo Khan, the opener, dismissed in the very 2nd over of this game. Big shot down the ground. Has he cleared long on? He's cleared mid on. We're waiting for the signal from the umpire. Look at that. He's cleared the boundary. Another maximum here. This time. Apologies. It's still Azaz Khan. Look at that. 3rd maximum of his innings, Azaz Khan. So there you go. There's your answer to the question. He doesn't care if it's Ghazanfar bowling. Goes against the spin. Clears the boundary. Big appeal. Big appeal. All eyes on the umpire, who shakes his head. USRC are in disbelief. Ghazanfar's got his hands on his hips. He wanted that wicket. And you can understand why. Azaz Khan, he's been in red hot form so far today. The score's 44 for 1. We have 1 delivery left in the 6th over. 4 dot balls, and of course that maximum. That huge maximum over long on. Here we go. Big delivery coming up. Backward point. Drops back on the heels of that 30-yard circle. Last ball of the power play. Short. Quicker. It zips through. A dot ball to close out the 6th over. KCC 44 for 1. And look at that, the comments rolling in here on YouTube. YouTube user The Traveler says, "What a commentary." Mate, thank you so much. That's very flattering. I'm Jay Dansaghani. If you like what you've heard, you can follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansaghani. And if my voice sounds familiar, well, hey, I've commentated around, I would say 25-30 games in Hong Kong in the last year and a half. And of course, I'm also a commentator at ICC and ACC events. But yes, really looking forward to commentating on more and more Hong Kong games as the years roll by. And of course, I'm also a marketing consultant with associate cricket boards around the world. But enough of the self-promotion. I urge you to follow Cricket Hong Kong on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter. You can find us on social media. I urge you, hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button, and every time we go live in Hong Kong, you'll be the first to find out. So there you go, that helicopter signal from the umpire. We're out of the power play. Bang! Easily clears mid off. In fact, he clears the boundary. Babar Hayat, that's a flat 6. First maximum here for Babar Hayat. He moves into double figures. He's 10 off 12. Gotta say, Babar Hayat dealing in boundaries. A 4 followed by a 6. He's faced 10 dot balls in his innings as well. Akbar Khan, the skipper, coming in for some rough treatment. Fired through. Much better. There's 50 up for KCC as well. I'm not sure if the dugout quite realized that. There we go. Muted applause from that KCC dugout. But I'm sure KCC know that there's a lot more work to do. They've had the better of the power play so far. Pushed. Oh, run out chance. No chance. Babar Hayat, look at him. Nice early call from Azaz, and he responded well. It's 5-4 offside field. We have long on, long off, both on the boundary, along with deep square leg and a deep mid wicket. Is that a drop catch? Judging by some of the reactions from the fielders, I believe Azaz Khan got a bit of a nick on that one. The keeper as well. Hands on his head. Umar Muhammad behind the sticks. He knows it was a bit of a sharp chance, but you have to hold on to those, especially if the batter at the crease is Azaz Khan. Punched off the back foot. Deep cover makes no mistake. Oh, look at that. Strong throw as well. Naveed Tariq on YouTube said Ghazanfar had a great outing last time around. Let's see what he can do today. Big run from Akbar Khan. Work to do here. Well done. That cover fielder makes no mistake. 8 runs off the over. 52 for 1 after 7. A very, very important game for both teams. USRC, of course, winning big against HKCC 2 weeks ago. They had a break last week. They're back for week 3 of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. KCC, on the other hand, played their first game last week and lost somewhat narrowly to Pakistan Association. But yes, Pakistan Association sitting on top of that table. 2 wins in 2 for Pakistan Association. And of course, Pakistan Association in the 2021 T20 Premier League failed to win a single game. So a big turnaround for Pakistan Association. That one's hit into the cover region for a dot ball. But of course, HKCC won the last iteration of the Men's T20 Premier League. This time, they're bottom of the table. Yet to win a game in this contest. This competition, I beg your pardon. That's down to long on for a simple single. There we go, the pigeons beginning to scatter. Maybe they know that Azaz Khan and Babar Hayat are in full flow right now. I'd hate to be a pigeon fielding, or rather hanging out at long on. Look at that. Just shortening up his length, Mohammad Ghazanfar. He's had the better of both batters so far in this contest. Very intelligent bowling. The first time I saw Mohammad Ghazanfar was in 2019 at the T20 World Cup qualifiers. Hong Kong, of course, in that tournament, narrowly missing out on a berth at the Men's T20 World Cup. Losing that game against Oman, that do-or-die game. In recent times, Hong Kong so impressive at the Asia Cup and the Asia Cup qualifiers. They were undefeated at the men's Asia Cup qualifier, I beg your pardon. Good over once again from Ghazanfar. 54 for 1. 2 balls left in the 8th. Watchfully played yet again from Azaz. He's just slowing up a tad after a very fluent start. He's dealing in boundaries, you gotta say. 38 of 26 with the assistance of 4 4s and 3 6s. So for Azaz Khan, 34 of his 38 runs have come in boundaries. For Azaz, it's been a matter of boundary or dot. Smashed well in front of square on the leg side, and well fielded from deep mid wicket. So just a single. The frustration continuing to grow for Azaz Khan. He's getting just a little bit more fidgety at the crease, but for now it's the end of the 5th over. KCC going at less than 7 runs per over. They're 55 for 1 after 8. From all of you listening and watching on YouTube and Facebook, I want to hear from you. What are your predictions? How much do you think KCC are going to score in this innings? Right now they're 55 for 1, going at just a shade under 7 runs per over. Akbar Khan to continue. Guided away, third man does well. Gets a round of applause from some of his teammates. So they're building up some dot ball pressure here. Just 11 runs coming since the conclusion of the power play. Oh, wide down the leg side. But Azaz Khan, there was a wide open space for him to exploit. There's a big gap there between deep square leg and fine leg in the circle. And now we see deep mid wicket just moving a little bit squarer. Full length delivery, a run out chance. Ooh, needed a direct hit. I tell you what, that would have been a special run out had he hit. Now he moves on to 40 off 29, Azaz. He's finding it hard to score boundaries now. There have been no boundaries in the last 13 deliveries for KCC. Oh, goes for a big shot, misfielded by the keeper. It's running down towards the boundary. It's not going to get there. But they scamper through for a single nonetheless. So 3 runs in this over, 2 singles and, apologies, 1 single, 1 wide and 1 bye conceded by Umar Muhammad. Tries to work that away. Umar Muhammad will cut off the second run but unable to stop the single. Babar Hayat on 13 off 18. Yeah, he's done well there, Akbar Khan. It's exactly where you want to be bowling. And I have to say, it's been very impressive from USRC. They won big in their first game against HKCC, doing just this. Bowling right on the money. They bowled a lot of dot balls so far today. That's full. Yes, extra cover does well. Just 5 runs off the over, no boundaries still for KCC. They're 60 for 1 after 9. Pratap Rawal on YouTube predicts a score of 150 for KCC. And Pratap, I gotta say, that's a decent prediction. They'd have to go at around 8 runs and over. Just over 8 runs and over to get to that 150 mark. And if you're KCC, that's the minimum that you want. You want a minimum of 150, but ideally you want to be getting up to 160, 165. A reminder, of course, this is a used surface. We had the women's game in the morning. So 40 overs have already been played on this surface. Well, 49 overs now. Muhammad Uzair says 155. Muhammad Uzair, I'm going to agree with your prediction there. And here we go. More left arm spin. Aftab Hussain into the attack. And for Aftab Hussain, important that he does well in this tournament. And presents a strong case for inclusion in that All-Star series. Deep cover should cut this off. But Aftab Hussain just falling behind in that pecking order for a spin bowling role for the national team. Yasim Murtaza, a star for the Hong Kong men's national team. He starred with both bat up the order and with ball as a left arm spinner. Guided away, third man, cuts it off. but they scamper through for a single. But like I said, before the pandemic, Aftab Hussain was the first choice finger spinner. First choice left arm spinner, I beg your pardon, for Hong Kong. And to his credit, Aftab Hussain did very well bowling in tandem with Ehsan Khan. That's down the ground, down to long on for a single. But Aftab Hussain, a very accomplished left arm spinner, but also a very capable batter. I have to say, both at domestic and international level. Aftab Hussain is yet to fulfill his full potential as a batter. But as a left arm spinner, it's quite consistent, pushed. There we go, Akbar Khan making no mistake. He's been very, very good, flawless in fact, in the cover region. It's exactly what you want from your captain. You have to lead from the front as a captain in the field. Smashed. Oh, mid-wicket gets a hand on it. Just taking a bit of pace off that delivery, but unable to prevent the single. Waqas Khan. No doubt he's going to have a huge role to play with the bat. Did not bat, of course, was not required against HKCC. Punched off the back foot, Akbar Khan makes no mistake yet again. In fact, that is Waqas Khan. Look at me, getting a little bit confused. In any case, at the halfway point, KCC 64 for 1. We're going to take a short break for drinks. Don't go too far. We'll be back in 2 minutes. And we are ready for the resumption. We're ready for the second half of this innings. I gotta say, it's 64 for 1. I'm actually not sure who is in control of this fixture. I think it's smack back Smack bang down the middle. I think we have a 50-50 contest on at the Kowloon Cricket Club. USRC keeping these two KCC batters in check, but, and it's a big but, KCC have 9 wickets in hand. With wickets in hand going into the final 5 overs, no reason why you can't score at 10, 11, 12 runs and over. And it's Akbar Khan, the skipper, to continue. Pushed to long off for a single, but only 21 runs coming in the last 4.1 overs since the power play. And it's not uncommon to see this. Statistically speaking, it's this middle phase of the innings between the power play and the death overs that is the most economical. Ah, swing and a miss. Babar Hayat. He knows he has to step on the gas. Anything in the region of 140 and USRC will fancy themselves as favourites in this contest. He's batting on 16 off 24, Babar Hayat. Not often you see that. Guided away, third man will cut it off. Throw to the bowler's end, but Babar Hayat makes it in. Nonetheless, not often you see Babar Hayat striking at just a strike rate of 68 in his innings so far. But I'll tell you what, Babar Hayat definitely capable of striking consecutive maximums. Pushed, long on will cut this off. There we go. Ali Muhammad making no mistake. Two balls left in the 11th over. Oh, he's mistimed this. Long off. Gets under this. No, that clears long off, in fact. Into the trees. Babar Hayat with his second maximum. Perhaps lucky to get away with that. Just chip that up in the air. But short boundaries here at KCC. And Babar Hayat moves into the 20s now. 24 he is, after 26 deliveries. Guided the third man, a dot ball. That's the end of the over. Much better one for KCC. 9 runs off it, including a maximum. There's 73 for 1 after 11. Everyone watching on YouTube and Facebook, if you want to help me grow the word about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong, I urge you to share the link to this live stream with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. 73 for 1, as you see, a big partnership here between Babar Hayat and Azaz Khan, a partnership of 69 for the second wicket. And an undefeated partnership as well. That's the key thing for KCC, 9 wickets in hand. Still have Jamie Atkinson in the dugout. Simandeep Singh back into this 11 for KCC. Sunny Bhimsaria and Devang Balsara, along with Charlie Walsh, sitting out today for the men in green. Aftab Hussain, a good start for him, yet to concede a boundary into his second over. Left alone. In fact, it's going to be a wide delivery. But I have to say, I like this captaincy from Akbar Khan. Maybe he was watching that first game between USRC Lantau Lionesses and the KCC women's team. There we go. That's going down to the extra cover boundary. Is it going to get there? Yes, it does. Just teasing the fielder on that occasion. But yes, an important boundary here for KCC. That run rate for them approaching 7 runs per over. Azaz Khan approaching his 50s, 48 off 37. I'm sure you heard me sneeze on multiple occasions just now. What can I say? My allergies beginning to act up yet again. Maybe I need a stronger antihistamine. Shouts of catch, goes down to extra cover. In fact, a whitish long off for just a single. I'm getting my bearings wrong. That was a fine leg. As you can see, I'm a little bit frazzled after a pair of sneezes. Oh, tries to find that gap between backward point and third man. Not for the first time, Babar Hayat. Didn't have any pace to work with. It's one thing I really like about Aftab Hussain. He's so good at making a comeback after conceding a boundary. More often than not, Aftab Hussain goes at less than 7 or 6 runs and over in T20 games. There we go, just dragging his length back. Pushed long on for a single. I have to say, I'm not too happy about this. It's getting hotter and sunnier here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Not a fan of the heat. And that's guided. Good stuff. Backward point. Great anticipation. Runs in and cuts off the single. 7 runs off the over. 80 for 1 after 12. Akbar Khan into his final over. He's conceded 21 in his first 3. Of course, in his last over, Babar Hayat lofting a 6 over long off. Oh, this is high in the air. Catching chance here. Is it going to land in no man's land? No. Akbar Khan, that's a fantastic caught and bowled. It's a huge moment in the game as well. Babar Hayat dismissed for the second time in the space of 2 overs, deceived by an Akbar Khan slower delivery. Skied that up in the air. The bowler, the captain, taking a smart return catch. And that score now for KCC, 80 for 2, with 5 deliveries left in the 13th over. The good news for KCC, Jamie Atkinson, he's still in the dugout. In fact, he's walked out of the dugout in at number 4. And I'm sure Jamie knows exactly how important this innings is. A good knock right here from the captain, Jamie Atkinson, could give KCC the advantage. KCC, it's not exactly do or die, but they lost their first game against Pakistan Association, and I'm sure they want to come up with a victory in this game. They have 3 more games to play at the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. A big shout out to our sponsors, Gencor. Thank you so much for supporting both the men's and women's Premier League. Without your support, without your continued support, it would be hard to pull off this CHK production. You have to give credit where credit is due. Very impressive from skipper Akbar Khan. 1 for 21 into his 4th over. Jamie on strike for his first ball. Digs that out. Run out chance. Direct hit. Oh, the umpire shakes his head. I think just about getting over the line there. The batter, Azaz Khan, looking to get to a 50. Currently on 49 of 39. It would have been heartbreak had he been run out 1 run short of his half century. It's been a good innings as well from Azaz Khan. He's cleared the boundary on 3 separate occasions. 81 for 2. A key moment in the game. The next 15 or 20 minutes could determine the fate of this contest. If KCC lose another 1 or 2 wickets, it's going to be USRC's game. Pushed. Yeah, good piece of fielding. Well done, USRC. They've been fantastic, near flawless in the field. A very, very good cotton ball just now from Akbar Khan to dismiss Babar Hayat, the dangerous Babar Hayat. Hong Kong's finest batter, Babar Hayat, back in the dugout. Mistimes that. Just 1 run off the over, 2 balls left. Akbar Khan, of course, deceiving Babar Hayat on 2 separate occasions with a well-disguised slower ball. One of those slower balls, he mistimed it, but it had just enough legs to sneak over long off. The second one hit straight up in the air towards that mid-wicket region. A cotton ball from the skipper. Just mixing it up, drags his length back, a quicker delivery, and just a single. And in fact, it's a half century for Aizaz Khan. Well played. 3 maximums and 4 boundaries in his knock for Aizaz Khan. He's held strong and he's batted through the innings so far. He's seen 2 wickets fall around him as well. The early loss of Mo Khan. Guided away by Jamie. It should be an easy single, and yes it is. Well bowled, Akbar Khan. 3 runs off the over, and that's the end of his spell. 1 for 24 in Akbar Khan's 4 overs. The skipper's led from the front, and the score is 83 for 1 after 13. Seven overs left. KCC have 8 wickets in hand. They're going at around 6.5 runs per over. But like I said, the main thing for them, 8 wickets in hand. That's punched away off the back foot. Work to do here for deep cover. Does well. Falls down, but he still cuts off the boundary. It's just 2 runs to Jamie Atkinson. Aftab Hussain going at exactly a run a ball. That's nudged down to long on for a simple single. But Jamie, of course, the captain for KCC, is the perfect person to be walking out in this position. He's a very, very accomplished middle overs batter. And like they say, number 4 position, it's the hardest position to bat in T20 cricket. I'll explain why in a second. That's driven to deep cover. Just a single. But like I said, number 4 is the toughest position to bat in T20 cricket. If you lose 2 early wickets, you're unable to come in and bat with freedom in the power play. But if your batters get through the power play, you come into bat. The field isn't spread. It's that middle overs phase. And the middle overs phase, of course, is, statistically speaking, the most economical phase of the innings. It's the hardest phase to score at a quick run rate. That's tossed up, but it's too far down leg side. Deep square leg will cut that off, so it's just a single. 6 runs off this over so far, 1 delivery left. Abhishek Kohli asks, why no hitting? Well, what can I say? The bowling's been fantastic here from USRC. That's pushed. Waqas Khan in the cover region makes no mistake. He's unable to prevent the single. In any case, 7 runs off the over for KCC, a decent one. Then 90 for 2 after 14. And as you can see, that batting card, Aizaz Khan right up at the top. He attacked the power play. And he's the big reason why KCC are 90 for 2 after 14. But I have to say, I don't think it's good enough. Hassan Mohammed into the attack. Apologies, Mohammad Hassan into the attack. The left arm spinner getting that early breakthrough. Conceding just 4 runs in his 2.1 overs. Down the track goes Jamie. All the way goes Jamie. Half a dozen for the KCC skipper. Look at that. How's that for a show of intent? Jamie saying, hey, you know what? I know we only have 5 overs left after this, and I'm going to go after you, USRC. Is this going to be back-to-back sixes? Absolutely, over deep mid-wicket. Jamie Atkinson has the pendulum swung in favor of KCC. Let's take a look at that replay. Look at that. Too short, too much time, and deposited over that deep mid-wicket boundary. And there you go, 100 up for KCC. They're 102 for 2. We're halfway through the 15th over. And suddenly, we were talking about a score of 150. It's looking like 160 maybe. Goes down the track. Is this 3 in a row? No, it isn't. It's taken in the deep. All action in this over. The big wicket of Jamie Atkinson holding out to that deep cover fielder. And I gotta say, Mohammad Hassan, he dragged his length back, bowled it a little wider and slower. He made Jamie Atkinson reach for that. Jamie wasn't quite to the pitch of that delivery, and that's why he mistimed it to that deep cover fielder. So look at that once again. USRC, just as it looked like the opposition was starting to build a bit of an advantage, they pull things back with another big wicket. Now Babar Hayat and Jamie Atkinson both back in the dugout, along with Mo Khan. We'll get an update soon on who is that number 5 batter walking to the crease. The main thing for KCC is 3 wickets down. We have a slight hold up in play. One of the USRC players just getting a bit of attention. But yes, walking in at number 5, KCC. They'd be glad to welcome back Simandeep Singh back into this 11. Simandeep, of course, has played for KCC for many, many seasons. In at number 5. 32 deliveries left now in this innings. KCC will be targeting something in the region of 155, 160. And I tell you what, 155 and maybe just marginally, this game will be in favor of KCC. And I think if they get to 150 KCC, exactly 150, then we're going to have a 50-50 contest here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. I absolutely love that. I love when the game goes down to the wire, down to the last over. I'm a neutral fan here in the commentary box. I have no loyalties. My only loyalty is to a fantastic thriller. Hopefully a last ball thriller. But as you can see, that run rate worm. USRC never letting that run rate exceed 7 runs per over. Well, not since the power play at least. Just 52 runs coming in the last 8.3 overs. That's 52 runs in the last 51 balls. And they've lost 2 wickets in the process. Simandeep on strike, first ball, guides that down to third man, he's off the mark. And without a doubt, Aizaz Khan, the key batter here for KCC, is well set, 52 off 44. But the thing is, Aizaz just slowing up a tad. He's finding those boundaries hard to come by. Guided away to backward point, quick single, they make it in comfortably. A single to round off the 15th over, a very eventful one, 2 maximums. And the big wicket of Jamie Atkinson. 14 runs off it, it's 104 for 3 after 15. We have 30 deliveries left in this first innings from KCC. If you're just joining us, it was KCC who won the toss and decided to bat first. They lost Muhammad Khan in the second over of this innings. They recovered well, courtesy Babar Hayat and Aizaz Khan. But 2 quick wickets for USRC and they're back in control of this innings. Only marginally. A big over from KCC will tilt the balance in their favor. Look at that. In fact, it's signaled wide. Aftab Hussain into his very last over. 3 overs for 19. He's doing a good job at keeping KCC in check. Tossed up, bang! And a bit of a misfield there from the cover fieldsman that allows it to go through to the boundary. We are praising the fielding from USRC, and it looks like Akbar Khan, the skipper, got a hand on that, but not good enough to cut off the boundary. I think that's the first mistake, actually, that USRC's ground fielders have made. And that run rate now exceeding 7 runs per over. Tries to go big over the leg side. This is very, very untidy from Aftab Hussain. Nudged into the leg side. They're looking for 2. Good bit of work there from Aftab. But like I was saying, very untidy at the start of the over. Drifting down the leg side, a wide down the offside as well. And a misfield from Akbar Khan, the skipper. Seven runs off the first 2 legal deliveries. That's guided away. Work to do here for third man. Does really well. No, he doesn't. Put in the dive a little bit too early. So USRC just feeling the heat now at the Kowloon Cricket Club's second boundary of the over. Jacob Lim, the age group cricketer, fielding as a 12th man. Look at him just looking towards the skies. Shortens his length, the big appeal. The umpire at square leg is unmoved. Aftab Hussain, like we were saying earlier, he's so good at making a comeback after being hit for a boundary. But he just slowed it up. He shortened his length as well. Simandeep Singh with a play and a miss. That's one thing you have to watch out for Aftab. If he goes for a boundary, he'll slow it up. He'll give it some revs. And he'll look for that purchase off the surface. Once again, tossed up. That's into deep mid-wicket. They're looking for 2. Bit of a slip there from Simandeep Singh that prevents him from getting back for the second. Bit unfortunate, Simandeep. Nonetheless, 12 runs off the over. A very, very good one here for KCC. 26 have come in the last 11 deliveries. Bang down the ground. Does he clear the boundary? Absolutely. Look at that. Aizaz Khan. A welcome boundary for him. A welcome maximum. His first in a long time. KCC motoring along there. 122 for 3 after 16. Some of you on YouTube were predicting a score in the region of 155. I was predicting the same, but I'm starting to doubt my prediction. KCC now looking good for a score in the region of 160, if not 165, 170. A very important 4 overs coming up. As you can see, those partnerships, a big one for the second wicket between Babar Hayat and Azaz Khan. But even after that partnership was broken, KCC, they've gone into third gear here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. KCC, of course, they're playing at home, but not technically the home team. It was USRC, the home team, who tossed the coin, and Jamie Atkinson, who made the correct call of Flower, won the toss, chose to bat first, lost the early wicket of Mo Khan. But since then, it's been all KCC. The men in green have their noses just about in front, defended to that backward point region for a single. 123 for 3. We have 23 deliveries left in this innings. And a change in bowling. Shahryar Khan back into the attack, into his third over. And I just wonder, are we going to see Shahryar bowl the 17th and 19th over? Both long off and long on, back on the boundary. Bang! That long on fielder has work to do. Makes no mistake, Ali Muhammad. Just a single. $124 for 3. We have 22 balls left now. Got Aftab Hussain at deep mid wicket. Got a deep square leg in position. A long on, a long off. The other fielders on the boundary. A slower delivery. He's mistimed that. Deep square leg will cut this off. It's just a single. Look at that. A strong throw straight into the keeper. Awais Muhammad, well done. That's exactly what you want from your boundary riders. Good anticipation, strong throw. We're halfway through the 17th over, just 3 runs off it. All 3 runs coming in singles. Full toss, that sailed over deep mid wicket. No chance for Awais. In fact, deep square leg. 9 runs off the over so far. And look at that, Azaz Khan with his 5th maximum of the day. 6 boundaries and 5 maximums. He moves on to 71 off 50. And I gotta say, I know you're thinking it, I'm thinking it, and Azaz, he's thinking about it as well. 3 figures on the cards here for Azaz Khan. He's well set. Anything can happen in these last 20 deliveries. 131 for 3. Bang, down the ground. That sails over my head. Sails over the members' pavilion. Yet another maximum. Azaz Khan now moves on to 76. Half a dozen maximums for Azaz Khan. He attacked the power play, slowed down in the middle overs, and he's come back to life in the death overs. And I gotta say, the way he's been going in the last 10 minutes, the appropriately named death overs, Azaz Khan putting the USRC to the sword. And that maximum, it's gone out of the ground, maybe onto Cox Road. Massive hit from Azaz Khan. And if we've lost that ball, that also means we've lost 450 Hong Kong dollars. That's approximately 78 US dollars that Cricket Hong Kong is never going to see again. A new ball. Will this change of ball result in a change of fortunes for USRC? The field is spread. We have 4 fielders in the circle, and they're all on the heels of that 30-yard circle. 1 ball left in the 17th over. Azaz Khan in red-hot form. 77 off 51. Needs 23 more runs for his century. Bang! He hasn't got all of it. Long on, settles under it and takes it. That's the end of Azaz Khan. but not before he's done a significant amount of damage here. A very, very good innings. 77 off 52. He's done a fantastic job here, Azaz Khan. Walking back to the dugout. We still have 3 overs left. The score is 137 for 4. And KCC looking good for a score in the region of 165, 170. And I gotta say, there's a bit of spin in this wicket. A used wicket. And if they can get up to 165, 170, I dare say this is gonna be KCC's game. And look at that on YouTube. The live count, the number of viewers approaching 100. If you want to help me grow awareness about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, and if you want to tell your friends and family about a really interesting contest between USRC and KCC, then share the link to this live stream with your friends and family on WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. There you go. If you're watching on YouTube, all you have to do is click that share button and a number of icons will pop up. And in fact, I'm going to follow my own advice. I'm going to click that share button. I'm going to click on that WhatsApp icon and share the link to this live stream with my friends and family. There we go. The Dancing Hani family group chat. I want you to know that we got a decent contest on here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. It's USRC with a huge net run rate advantage against KCC. KCC, they need to win. They lost on home turf against Pakistan Association last week. Gencor, the leg spinner, into the attack. Starts with the dot ball down to fine leg. Bit of a correction in the score. The score is actually 140 for 4 after 17.1 overs. That's guided away, third man. Chose not to attack that ball, I'm not sure why. I would have been running in, trying to effect the run out. And amidst all this chaos, all the big hits, all the maximums, I forgot to tell you that the new batter at the crease is Chris Carter, walking in at number 6, the wicketkeeper batsman. The wicketkeeper batter coming in place of Charlie Walsh. Chris Carter, of course, a pilot by profession. He was traveling, but he's back in Hong Kong. He's back in this 11. Turned away. In fact, that's down the leg side and signaled wide. Gencor, that's a rare blemish from him. Been a pretty good spell for the leg spinner, yet to concede a boundary, I believe. In fact, he's conceded 1 boundary in his first over. Only going for 10 runs in 2.2 overs. That's fired in. Deep square leg will cut this off. And singles are not going to bother USRC here. We have 15 deliveries left now in this innings. KCC, they won the toss, decided to bat first. And I tell you what, it's turning out to be a pretty good decision. Goes for a sweep. Fine leg will cut this off. Still no boundaries in this innings. Apologies, still no boundaries in this over. Quite a few boundaries in this innings. And a lot of them coming off the blazing blade of Azaz Khan. Fired in, straight into the cover region. A very useful dot ball here for USRC. If they can close out this innings well, keep KCC to under 160, then they give themselves a decent shot of chasing down whatever total they have to. But the big thing is, there's some purchase in this surface for the spinners. Defended watchfully, straight back to the bowler. A very good over from Gencor, pulling things back in the 18th over. It's 141 for 4. 2 overs left, a very important 12 balls in the context of this game, and I dare say the context of this tournament. KCC still looking for their first victory of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. 12 balls left. Into the leg side. He hasn't got enough of it. It's going to land in no man's land. They come back for 1. And that's all it's going to be. Just 1 run off that. Shahryar Khan, it's been an expensive day for him. 1 for 35 and 3.1 overs. But can he close things out? Maybe pick up his second or even his third wicket. 142 for 4. 5 balls left in the over. Chris Carter yet to get away his first boundary. He's batting on 1 off 3, 11 off 10 for Simandeep at the non-striker's end. Goes leg side, does he find the gap? No, deep square leg, cleans up. A strong throw in once again, Awais Mohammed. Well done. 143 for 4. 10 balls left now in this innings. That view count on YouTube once again approaching 100 live viewers. It's Simandeep on strike. He goes leg side. He's got a big top edge on that. It's not going to carry the distance. Oh no, just landing between Awais Mohammed and Aftab Hussain. A lack of calling there between Aftab and Awais. But they've got a smile on their face there. 144 for 4. And you gotta say that goes down as a chance. It would have been the 5th wicket down for KCC. More importantly, another dot ball for USRC. Nonetheless, they've scampered through for a single. Simandeep. Oh, look at that. A dill scoop. That's going down to the boundary. Is it going to get there? Yes, absolutely. 149 for 4 now. 2 balls left in the 19th over. Simandeep Singh with some innovative cricket there. Shahryar Khan does a good job so far in this over. But full credit to Simandeep, turning that into a boundary. Simandeep, can he go back to back? Nah, playing a miss and a valuable dot ball here. Shahryar Khan, a wise bit of bowling, shortening up his length. A valuable dot ball at this stage. A reminder, USRC with a big net run rate boost. Bowled out HKCC for 80 in their first game and chased it down easily. Punched off the back foot and taken by the extra cover fielder. So Simandeep Singh, soon after hitting a boundary, has to walk back to the dugout for a well-made 17. And it's a good end to the spell for Shahryar Khan. He's picked up 2 wickets today. He's been expensive, but dragging things back in his final over. We have 1 over left in this first innings between KCC and USRC. With 6 balls left in the innings, the score is 149 for 5. The new batter at the crease, Jay Davidson. But he's not going to be on strike. And it looks like the leg spinner Gazanfar to bowl the final over. That's tossed up. And that flies over long on comfortably for a maximum 150 up now for KCC. Their score moves on to 155 for 5. And look at that, Chris Carter with his first boundary, and it's a maximum as well. It's always an interesting decision to bowl spin in the final over, especially if you're bowling a wrist spinner. Quite often we do see finger spinners bowling the last over. For the national team and for Little Saiwan, we've seen Ehsan Khan on more than one occasion bowling that last over. Gazanfar, personally, I don't think he has too much experience bowling the last over. 5 balls left. Pressure on Gazanfar. Tries to guide that away. A play and a miss. A valuable dot ball here for USRC. And I gotta say, now that they've breached that 155 figure, KCC, I dare say that they're favourites to win this game. Only time will tell how wise my prediction is. 4 balls left now in the innings. That's into the leg side, deep square leg with work to do. Does well. Strong throw into the keeper, just a single. But look at that. Jay Davidson smacked an absolutely huge maximum in that last game. In the closing stages, it was a little too late from Jay Davidson. But can he repeat the dose? Is he looking towards cow corner? Yes, he is, but he's caught out of his crease. Second wicket of the over. And another dot ball as well for USRC. Gazanfar, he gets his first wicket of the day. 1 for 19. He has 2 balls left in his 4 over spell. 156 for 6 now, KCC. If you're just joining us, the news from the middle is KCC won the toss and decided to bat first. They lost Mo Khan early, in the 2nd over in fact. But then a huge partnership between Azaz Khan and Babar Hayat laid a strong foundation for KCC. It looked like they were running away with the game when Jamie Atkinson hit consecutive 6s, but he was dismissed off the very next ball. There we go, rushing on to the new batter at the crease. Dan Pascoe only manages a single. 8 runs off the over so far. We have 1 ball left in the 20th over. It's been a good comeback from Gazanfar after conceding that maximum to Kirskada. 1 ball left. That's into the leg side. Is it going to clear the man at deep mid wicket? Absolutely. So 14 runs off the final over. A good one for KCC. And they end with an imposing 163 for 6 after 20 overs. Well done, Azaz Khan, top scoring with 77. And of course, Chris Carter with 2 maximums in that final over. Just tilting things in favour of KCC. And you know we have to take a look at that replay. That final ball sailing over deep mid-wicket. As you can see, the KCC dugout, they're happy. High fives, fist bumps, hugs. It's been a pleasure bringing you this CHK production. Thank you so much to our sponsors, Gencor, for sponsoring both the Gencor CHK Women's Premier League and the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. Gencor, thank you so much for supporting cricket in Hong Kong yet again. I'm your commentator for the day, Jay Dancing Hani. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dancing Hani. If my voice sounds familiar, it's because I've commentated at numerous ICC and ACC events. It's a pleasure being commissioned by Cricket Hong Kong for this Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. But don't go too far. Pretty shortly, we're going to have a highlights package if you've missed the action in the first innings, and we'll be back for the second innings in around 8 minutes from now. For the national team at the Asia Cup qualifiers and the main Asia Cup tournament. Fired in, and it's taken. First wicket. Down the track, flat bats it. Dismissed in the very second over of this game. Big shot down the ground. Has he cleared long on? He's cleared mid on. Two balls left in the 11th over. Oh, he's mistimed this. Long off. Gets under this. No. Babar Hayat lofting a 6 over long off. Oh, this is high in the air. Catching chance here. Is it going to land in no man's land? No. Akbar Khan, that's a fantastic caught and bowled. The left arm spinner getting that early breakthrough. Conceding just 4 runs in his 2.1 overs. Down the track goes Jamie. All the way goes Jamie. And suddenly, we were talking about a score of 150. It's looking like 160 maybe. Goes down the track. Is this 3 in a row? No, it isn't. It's taken in the deep. Nonetheless, 12 runs off the over. A very, very good one here for KCC. 26 have come in the last 11 deliveries. Bang down the ground. Does he clear the bounders? Good anticipation. Strong throw. We're halfway through the 17th over. Just 3 runs off it. All 3 runs coming in singles. Full toss. That's sailed over. Figures on the cards here for Azaz Khan. He's well set. Anything can happen in these last 20 deliveries. 131 for 3. Bang down the ground. That's sailed. Needs 23 more runs for his century. Bang! He hasn't got all of it. Long on, settles under it and takes it. That's the end of Azaz Khan. A reminder, USRC with a big net run rate boost. Bowled out HKCC for 80 in their first game and chased it down easily. Punched off the back foot and taken by the extra cover fielder. Last game in the closing stages, it was a little too late from Jay Davidson. But can he repeat the dose? Is he looking towards cow corner? Yes, he is, but he's caught out of his crease. Second wicket of the over. And it's been a good comeback from Gazanfar after conceding that maximum to Kirskada. 1 ball left. That's into the leg side. Is it going to clear the man at deep mid wicket? Welcome back to the second half of this game between the Kowloon Cricket Club and the United Services Recreation Club. You could shorten that to USRC, of course. I have no idea why I'm being so formal. But if you're just joining us, the news from the middle is KCC. They won the toss, decided to bat first, and registered an imposing total of 163 for 6. And that total, of course, was powered by 77 at the top of the order from Aizaz Khan. The official restart time is 3:46 local time. That's in around a minute and a half from now. The KCC, of course, 163 for 6 on a used surface as well. That's another thing you have to remember. In the morning, we did get close to 30-35 overs being played in that women's game. So it's a bit of a tired surface here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. We were talking about a total in the region of 155, which would have been tough to chase down for USRC. As things stand, they're going to have to go at 8.2 runs per over. It's going to be Imran Arif on strike. Sakhawat Ali at the non-striker's end. Here we go, USRC looking for their second win of the tournament. It's Jay Davidson into the attack. Left alone. Look at that. Jay Davidson bowling in that corridor. And that in-between length as well. You're not sure. Should I go back? Should I go forward? It's 5-4 offside field at this point. Second ball, comes down the track. Not quite to the pitch of that delivery, just poking at it. Once again, that same channel from Jay Davidson. And now the two batters just coming down for a mid-pitch conference. Like I said, having to score in excess of 8 runs and over, not easy. Nice and straight, bowling to his field, quick single. They make it in comfortably. Good bit of calling there from Imran Arif and Sakhawat Ali. Three deliveries left in the first over. Jay Davidson, he started well, given nothing away so far. Yet again in that 4th, 5th stump channel, Jay Davidson, former Namibia international and under-19 cricketer, moved to Hong Kong for work. And if you're a KCC fan, I'm sure you're glad that he moved to Hong Kong as well. Got Aizaz Khan fielding at a shortish mid-wicket in the circle. The other fielders on the leg side who got mid-on in the circle. Fine leg, but deep square leg is back on the fence. That's left alone. Tries to cut that away, makes no connection on it. Just 1 run off the first over. KCC in command. It's 1 for no loss after 1. have to say the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League is shaping up in rather interesting fashion. HKCC losing their first 2 games, and one of those games was to USRC, who bowled HKCC out for 80 runs and chased it down quite easily. So a massive net run rate boost here for USRC. But I tell you what, they've got a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do today. Look at me getting tongue-tied in the commentary box. It's getting nice and loud now at the Kowloon Cricket Club. A lot of the members are on that balcony. That's a big appeal. Bit of an inside edge, I think. They scamper through for a single, and we're waiting for that signal from the umpire. In fact, signaling leg byes. But yes, in any case, that one was going over the stumps. And bowling from the other end, it's Atiq Iqbal. He's known for this. One of the most accurate bowlers in Hong Kong. Well, at least as far as right arm seamers are concerned. Atiq looking for his first breakthrough. Nice and full. Nothing much you can do with that if you're the striker. Sakhawat Ali, a domestic stalwart in Hong Kong. He's been around forever. And if USRC want to chase down this imposing target of 164, the start in this power play is going to be key. A play and a miss. Oohs and ahs from the balcony, the members' balcony here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. More and more people tuning into this contest, both in person and on YouTube. I'm gonna do one thing. I'm gonna enter that passcode, unlock my phone. I want to log into YouTube and see exactly how many people are tuned into this stream. We're halfway through the second over, yet to get their first boundary away. USRC down the track. Has he found the gap? Absolutely not. Good bit of work there from mid-off. Still no boundaries here for USRC. Oh, look at that. They've been so good at this, KCC. Both Jay Davidson and Atiq bowling in that channel, that 4th, 5th stump channel. And if you're a batter, you're not sure exactly what to do. They're also hitting that in-between length. If you come forward, you're not going to be to the pitch of the ball. You go back, you're thinking, should I have been playing forward to that one? Charges down the track, yet another play and a miss, yet another dot ball. Good start from KCC, 2 for no loss after 2. Not the best start this for USRC, but both openers still out there. Lets that go and signaled wide. But Imran Arif, of course, looking for his first boundary and his team's first boundary. It's been a bit of a shaky start here for USRC. Got one slip in position that looks like skipper Jamie Atkinson with a floppy hat fielding at first slip. Got a change behind the sticks as well. Chris Carter into this 11 in place of Charlie Walsh. Tries to guide that away. Carter into the action for the first time today. Apologies, not for the first time today. But Chris Carter, of course, with those two maximums, those two all-important maximums in the final over of that KCC innings, 14 runs off that over. It pushed them from 149 to 163. Goes back in his crease. It doesn't make a difference. Same result, yet another dot ball. The pressure continues to build for USRC, and that's exactly why their dugout is dead silent. No one's making a sound. No one's moving. All their eyes are glued to the action here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. Tucks him up yet again. That's 3 consecutive dot balls to start the third over. Look at this, KCC. I don't think I've noticed a single loose delivery. It's exactly what you want to be doing. Jay Davidson, of course, is an incredibly tall bowler. Built like a skyscraper, Jay Davidson, probably the tallest player on show today. And when you have a tall right-arm seamer digging it in, it's not easy to clear mid-on and mid-off, who are both up in the circle. Guided away into the leg side, that square leg region. And it's just a single. But if you're KCC at this stage, singles are not gonna bother you. That run rate is inching closer and closer to 9.5 or 10 runs per over. It's not exactly easy to go at that required rate for an extended period of time. 2 balls left in the third over. Leg buys. It's a strong throw in from Jay Davidson, but they make it in nonetheless. And that worm for USRC, it's barely going anywhere. That worm has barely gotten off the ground. It's Imran Arif on strike. Can he get USRC's first boundary? No, he can't. Not like that. Seam into the right-hander, and you can see those zing bails light up. Jay Davidson. I wonder if we'll get an explanation about that celebration, pointing towards the skies. 5 for 1 now after 3 overs. USRC in deep, deep trouble. That required rate now 9.35 runs per over. The good news for USRC is there's plenty of batting to come. We still have Akbar Khan, we still have Waqas Khan. And of course, if they need quick runs down the order, they've got the likes of Aftab Hussain. They've also got Awais Muhammad. So impressive in the field. Saved at least 5 or 6 runs in the field, Awais Muhammad. A lightning arm from the deep. He can definitely give it a whack. I tell you what, USRC, they need some big ones, and they need them right now. 3 overs left in the power play. Not a single boundary yet. And we talked about this in the lead up to this innings, in the lead up to the second half of this game. It's not going to be easy chasing this down. Target of 164. There we go. Thomas Hart on YouTube says, Atiq is the GOAT, the greatest of all time. Well, when it comes to line and length, it's tough to think of a more accurate right-arm seamer in cricket Hong Kong cricketing circles rather, than Atiq. And for some reason, Atiq has been taken out of the attack. We're going to see left-arm spin in the form of Dan Pascoe. Lawyer by day and frugal left-arm spinner on the weekend. Dan Pascoe came in for some rush treatment last week against Pakistan Association. Can he drag things back? Can he take a couple of wickets? He's going to be bowling to Sakhawat Ali. And Jamie Atkinson, like he's done throughout this tournament, persists with himself at first slip. Jamie knows if they can take another wicket, get the other opener, Sakhawat Ali, out, makes a big difference. Dan Pascoe, first ball. I don't know why he's appealing. That came right off the bat. Dan Pascoe. Big ball of energy. Definitely a key bowler here for KCC. Runs back to his bowling mark. And of course a reminder that if you are found in violation of an overrate offence, then you're only allowed 4 as opposed to 5 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. That's in the air. It's going to be taken, and yes, it is. Second wicket down here for USRC. It's the big wicket of Sakhawat Ali. He's walking back to the dugout. USRC are in deep trouble. 5 for 2 with 4 balls left in the 4th over. This chase is going pear-shaped for them very, very quickly. We're going to have 2 new batters at the crease. Skipper Akbar Khan yet to face a single delivery. And we have to take a look at that wicket. Look at that, not getting a clean connection on that. A top edge. And an easy catch there for mid-wicket. Five for 2 after 3.2 overs. I have to say, I was expecting KCC to be favourites at the halfway stage, but I didn't think that USRC would struggle this much, especially after how they performed 2 weeks ago against HKCC. It was a very strong statement from USRC. USRC, of course, in the last iteration of the HK Men's T20 Premier League. They only registered 1 victory over Pakistan Association. They started strong in this tournament and would have been hoping to make a run to the finals. Even if they perish today against KCC, they're not out of contention, not at all. In fact, a KCC win will rip this tournament wide open. Dan Pascoe, he's got his tail up, just taking a big wicket of Sakhawat Ali. Oh, an inside edge. Waqas Khan, the new batter at the crease. Nervous moments, and he's going to be a big player here for USRC. If Waqas Khan can get up to a score of 50, 60, 70, it's going to give USRC a good shot at chasing this down. But if he's dismissed cheaply, I don't see how KCC are going to lose this one. Down the track, not to the pitch of it, but collects his first run to that mid-wicket region. Ashley Caddy, the director of cricket here at the Kowloon Cricket Club, back into this KCC 11. One of 3 changes for KCC, Chris Carter and Simandeep Singh, also back into this team. And there's every chance we see more changes next week for KCC. Jaden Botfield, he's starred at the top of the order for the under-19s. I'll get back to that in a moment. Is that a wide? Yes, look at that. Dan Pascoe. He's human after all. Not too often you see Dan Pascoe sliding down the leg side, conceding extra runs. I tell you what, USRC, you'll take them however, whichever way they come. Runs are runs, but they need boundaries. Pushes it into the cover region, no single. Skipper Akbar Khan still looking for his first boundary. But where's he going to get that boundary from? There's a gap there between Jamie Atkinson and Slip Corden and Atiq Iqbal at backward point. Last ball of the over. That's guided into the covers. A familiar result. Yet another dot ball. It's 7 for 2 after 4. Of course, this is KCC versus USRC. But another interesting subplot is, can people on the fringes of national selection fight their way back into the national team? Waqas Khan, he's one of those players on the fringe. He's been in and around that Hong Kong team setup. He's prodigiously talented, Waqas Khan. He's definitely got the ability to be a strong player at international level, but in recent times, he's lost his place to the likes of Someone like Zishan Ali, for example. Zishan Ali, of course, playing for Pakistan Association. But yes, the likes of Yasim Murtaza at the top of the order and Zishan Ali just making it hard for Waqas to break into that first choice 11. There we go, Atiq Iqbal back into the attack and right on the money, a change of ends for him. But no change of fortunes. He continues to keep it tight. 7 consecutive dot balls to kick off his day at the crease so far. Atiq Iqbal. Defended straight back to the bowler. Charges down the ground. Has he found that gap? Work to do here for Jay Davidson. Ooh, I was about to say he did well. A bit of a fumble, but it doesn't go to the boundary. Thing for USRC though, yet to score a single boundary in this innings. And Waqas Khan with a nice looking 2 runs there on the leg side. Once again down the track, pushed into the offside for a quick single. Even a direct hit would have meant no trouble for Waqas. Strong early call, good understanding here between the 2 batters, Waqas Khan and Akbar Khan. Akbar Khan, the skipper for USRC, had a great day with the ball on 2 occasions, I beg your pardon, deceived Babar Hayat with well disguised slower deliveries. One of them was mistimed for 6. The other one, smart cordon balled from Akbar. But Akbar Khan as well will be looking to work his way into national contention. Needs a strong innings here, Akbar Khan. He does well in this tournament, like he did in that first game. 49 not out for Akbar Khan. If he does well again, he could find a space in that epic group all-star series. Squeezed into the offside, a dot ball. But like I said, you get picked in that all-star series, you do well in that all-star series, and suddenly the selectors will be talking about you in those selection meetings. A dot ball to close things out. After 5 overs, it's 2 for 10. USRC, they need a boundary, but where are they going to get it from? Final over of the power play. If I was USRC against the finger spinner, against the left arm spin of Dan Pascoe, I'd be looking to go down the ground. That's something Waqas Khan is very, very good at. Expect him to go straight, maybe over that long on boundary as well. Waqas Khan in previous seasons has played for Little Saiwan, but this season of course playing for Pakistan, playing for USRC. We still have a slip in position. Look at that, I love this aggression from Jamie Atkinson. Down the track, like we were saying, that whitish long on region. He goes long on and he gets that first boundary of the innings, first boundary of his innings as well. That score now moves on to 14 for 2. We have 5 very important balls left in the power play. Moves on to 8 of 6, Waqas Khan. I have to say, he is the key batter here for USRC along with Akbar Khan. Akbar, yet to get off the mark. He's at the non-striker's end. We still have a slip in position. Pressure on Dan Pascoe. Fires it in. Good comeback from Pascoe. Dot ball into the cover region. Well fielded by Mo Khan. Mo Khan, of course, one of 3 specialist keepers for KCC in this 11. They got Jamie Atkinson. He's not behind the sticks, but he is at first slip. Chris Carter behind the wickets. That's a good bit of bowling. Dragged his length back, Dan Pascoe. It's a very, very good contest between Waqas Khan and Dan Pascoe. A nice little subplot to this contest. But if you're USRC, you need to step on the gas. Can they get another boundary in this over? That's whipped away on the leg side. It's going to be just a single. The KCC singles are okay. They're not going to bother you at all. The main job for you as KCC is to limit the number of boundaries. Dot balls, singles, that's the order of the day. Two balls left in the power play. Akbar Khan, is he going to go down the ground? It's short. He doesn't find the gap. Straight into that cover region. Well done, Simandeep Singh. That's a strong throw. 15 for 2 now. 1 ball left in the 6th over. 1 ball left in the power play. After this, KCC are allowed to have 5 fielders outside that 30-yard circle. Akbar Khan, if you want to go big, you've got to go right now. Swing and a miss. Tries to go for a slog sweep. Makes no connection on that. A good comeback from Dan Pascoe after conceding that boundary. Just 5 runs off the 6th over. It's 15 for 2. You can see that bowling card there. Everyone, every single KCC bowler has stepped up so far in this innings, defending a total of 163. So USRC needed 164 to win at the start of this innings at a rate of 8.2 runs per over. But now, that required rate has skyrocketed to 10.64 runs per over. That helicopter signal from the umpire means that it's the end of the fielding restrictions. We now have long on and long off, both dropping back to the boundary. So easy singles on offer here for USRC if they want them. That's nudged away. Oh, look at that. Mo Khan, in fact, Atiq Iqbal, with an acrobatic bit of fielding, saved at least 1, if not 2, 3 or 4 runs. Atiq Iqbal, of course, is not just a player, he's also a coach. Coach for the KCC women's team, so he's been here the whole day, Atiq Iqbal. In fact, the acting head coach, I beg your pardon, of the KCC women's team. Oh, look at that, into the action yet again. That's another thing. Good fielding isn't just about collecting the ball and catching the ball, it's also about anticipation. Atiq Iqbal, as soon as that came off the bat, he was in like a flash, cutting off that single. With a lot of other fielders, they would have conceded that single. Not Atiq Iqbal. $15 for 2. We have 4 balls left in the 7th over. Ashley Caddy, the left armer, is pushed down to long off for a single. But Ashley Caddy, of course, the director of cricket here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. He's a big unit, big strong guy, Ashley Caddy. And he provides that left arm angle as well, so important in T20 cricket. You can see Akbar Khan just surveying that leg side field. When he was looking leg side, he would have noticed that you have a deep square leg in position. Tries to go over mid-wicket, but swings and misses. Just 1 run off this over. I gotta say, it's a long way back now for USRC. This required rate, it's inching closer and closer to 11 runs per over. In fact, it's exceeded 11 runs per over. A required rate of 11.1 runs per over. That's edged away. Deep third man has work to do. Does well to cut it off. A strong throw into the keeper, so it's just a single. The good news for Akbar Khan is at least he's off the mark. Batting on 1 of 8 at the non-striker's end. But if a boundary is going to come, it's most likely going to be off the bat of Waqas Khan. Once again, looking leg side. If he wants to go over mid-wicket, that is an option. Atiq Iqbal, he's in that 30-yard circle. One of 4 fielders inside the 30-yard circle. Look at that, Ashley Caddy barely put a foot wrong. That's a nice way to close out the 7th over, just 2 runs off it. 17 for 2 after 7. If you're a USRC fan, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate to state the obvious, but this innings going absolutely nowhere for USRC. They're struggling in this innings in pursuit of 164. And they're going to need, they talk about a boundary and over. They probably need 2 boundaries and over for the rest of the innings. That's not easy to do for a sustained period of time. 17 for 2 after 7. Akbar Khan does well, finds a gap, but he also finds deep cover. Waqas Khan once again just contemplating his options, his boundary options. Deep square leg is on the rope. Good stuff here from the bowler. Mudassar Hussain was very impressive last week against Pakistan Association. There's every chance Mudassar Hussain would not have gotten a chance to play had Waqas Barkat been in Hong Kong. Straight to backward point. Well done, Atiq. Got a bit of an awkward bounce there, but didn't let that go through his legs. Like I was saying, Waqas Barkat, he was down in Oman with the Hong Kong under-19 boys, who, by the way, just got promoted to Division 1 of the Asia qualifier, which will take place in Dubai next year. Guided away, finds the gap, it's running down to the boundary. Atiq will not cut this off. Second boundary of the innings for USRC. That score now moves on to 23 for 2. We have 2 balls left in the 8th over. More importantly, first boundary as well for USRC skipper Akbar Khan. Like I was saying, those Hong Kong under-19 boys have been promoted to Division 1 of the under-19 Men's World Cup Asia qualifier. I'll get back to that in a moment. Mudassar Hussain. That's guided away. A near action replay. And an identical result as well. Back-to-back boundaries here for Akbar Hussain. And I wonder, is this the spark that USRC need? Best over of the innings by some distance here. 2 boundaries in quick succession. And you see Atiq Iqbal now moving just a little bit finer. KCC following the ball. Jamie Atkinson as well coming out of that slip cordon. Jamie is now at backward point. Mudassar Hussain tosses it up and bang! Is this going to be 3 boundaries in a row? No. Good bit of fielding there from long off. Keeps it down to a single. But a good over nonetheless. 28 for 2 after 8. But like I was saying, those Hong Kong under-19 boys getting promoted to Division 1 of the under-19 Men's World Cup Asia qualifier. That tournament, of course, let's see if I can remember all the teams, will be contested between Singapore, Hong Kong, Malaysia, Nepal, I want to say Qatar. I could be wrong. In any case, whoever wins Division 1 will go straight through to the Under-19 World Cup. Looking for the quick single, sent back. Both batters now into double figures. But you have a feeling if USRC want to make a fist of this, they need more big overs. They need a 15 run over, a 20 run over. That required run rate now 11.49 runs per over. You don't want to let it get above 12 runs and over. He's looking leg side, Akbar Khan. Goes leg side. Has he found the gap? Ooh, just beating. Atiq Iqbal takes some pace off it, so it's just going to be 2 runs. Gets a thumbs up, in fact, by Ashley Caddy. Maybe I was being a little bit harsh on Atiq. Perhaps saving 2 runs there. But if you want to help me spread the word about cricket in Hong Kong and associate cricket, share the link of this live stream with your friends and family on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram. Akbar Khan, can he find a boundary? Oh, he's mistimed that. He's going down to third man and it's just going to be a single. We're nearing the halfway point of this innings. I gotta say, USRC only 3 boundaries in the first 8.3 overs. They need a lot more than that. Another swing and a miss. Ashley Caddy's bowling well, yet to concede a boundary in his first 2 overs. 2 balls left in the 9th over. Can Ashley Caddy pick up his first wicket? Can USRC get away another few boundaries? They need a maximum. Dot ball, singles, 4s, 2s, they're not going to do it. They need to clear the rope and they need to clear it regularly. Azaz Khan, of course, with 6 maximums in his knock of 77. Turned away on the leg side. Fine leg. Ooh, bit of a fumble. But I believe they would have made it through anyway. 32 for 2. 1 ball left in the 9th over. See Charlie Walsh getting ready to run some drinks onto the field. I gotta say, it actually hasn't been terribly hot in the commentary box today. Thank God for that. And the weather gods have been kind to me and the rest of the CHK production crew. That's a loud, optimistic appeal. Too high? But a dot ball to round off the 9th over. 32 for 2, USRC after 9. Mudassar Hussain, expensive in his first over, conceding 11 runs, including 2 boundaries. Can he pull things back? That's smashed to deep mid-wicket, only a single. KCC have done well in this inning so far, keeping all these USRC batters quiet, including Waqas Khan. Waqas Khan, 13 off 18. Lets that go. Ooh, the umpire's unmoved. And rightfully so. I think that was well within those offside parameters. That dugout, USRC, not much to cheer. Oh, good bit of fielding. Jamie Atkinson. Look at that. Saving a boundary, no doubt, at backward point. Getting a high 5 as well from Atiq Iqbal. Three balls left. Tries to cut that away, a play and a miss. Mudassar Hussain dragging things back really, really nicely. Just one run off the first 4 balls of this over. That required run rate now 12.68 runs per over. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's a long road ahead for USRC. Smacks it straight to deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce, 2 bounces. Strong throw in for the deep, so just a single. Last ball of the 10th, pulled away. Deep square leg has some work to do. Does well, gets out that long barrier. So just 3 runs off the over. 35 for 2 at the halfway mark, USRC. They need another 129 runs to win in 60 balls. It's going to be really, really difficult. We're going to take a short break for drinks. Don't go too far. We'll be back with you in around 2 minutes for the second half of this innings. So there you have it, 35 for 2 at the halfway stage. USRC have a lot of work to do. They need 129 runs and 60 deliveries at exactly 12.9 runs per over. We have a change in bowling. Jay Davidson back into the attack. long on the boundary, mid-off in the circle. We have a deep mid-wicket and deep square leg. It's going to be Waqas Khan on strike. Those fielders in the deep, ooh, they're going to watch the ball sail over the head if Waqas Khan makes a good connection. Once again, I'm using an anglicized pronunciation of an Urdu name, Waqas Khan. I'm going for the Caucasian pronunciation. Waqas. Oh man. It's a long A, Waqas Khan. It's around 4:30 local time here in Hong Kong. That's 2 p.m. IST, 6:30 in Sydney. It's a good time to tune in to domestic cricket in Hong Kong. Help me spread the word about associate cricket and cricket in Hong Kong. Share this link with your friends and family on Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Twitter. Down the ground, taken. Third wicket down now for USRC, and it's the dangerous Waqas Khan walking back to the dugout. He hit it off the middle of the bat, but did not get enough elevation on it. Simandeep Singh at long on, making no mistake whatsoever. Absolutely disastrous start to the second half of this innings. USRC, this chase going absolutely nowhere. Just 3 boundaries in the first 61 deliveries of this innings. Just not good enough in T20 cricket. Walking in at number 5, wicketkeeper batter, Umar Mohammad. I believe for the first time today, we're actually seeing a left-hander on strike. And Jay Davidson will be coming over the wicket to Umar Mohammad, facing up to his first ball. That's a top edge, catching chance. Ooh, in fact, good presence of mind there from Jamie Atkinson. And he's run out. There you go. First ball run out. Umar Mohammad. He's looking at his partner. His partner's looking back at him. I gotta say though, Umar Mohammad, it looks like he sacrificed his wicket for his skipper. But 2 wickets and 2 balls. KCC will be on a team hat-trick. But how good is that from Jamie Atkinson? Jamie Atkinson, of course, been around forever in Hong Kong cricketing circles. Been playing for the national team ever since he was 14 years old, maybe 13. 18-year career for the national team. Imagine that. Those 2 decades playing for Hong Kong. Of course, Jamie's dad as well, Stephen Atkinson. He played for Hong Kong too, both of them. Also teachers at ESF schools. Well, Stephen Atkinson, former teacher at ESF school, Kowloon Junior School. Very close to Mission Road, in fact. Very close to the Ting Fong Road Recreation Ground. It's just a fun bit of random trivia. The reason I'm resorting to random trivia is because USRC are all but out of this contest. 35 for 4. They lost 2 wickets in the last 2 deliveries. KCC now on a team hat-trick. It's going to be skipper Akbar Khan on strike. Jay Davidson with the ball. Davidson, of course, impressive figures of 2 for 3 in 2.2 overs. Without a doubt, will be looking for his 3rd wicket of the innings. Team hat-trick, nudged into fact, they're outside the boundary rope. They're going to walk in with the bowler. That's whipped away. It beats fine leg. This is going to run down to the boundary. Fine leg in hot pursuit. I think he's taken just enough pace off that delivery. But no, it beats him to the boundary. Welcome 4 runs here for USRC. They need a lot more of this. Awais Mohammed, his first boundary of his innings. Mohammed Awais. 5 runs coming off this over. 2 big wickets as well. Moving wicket this time. One down to Singh. Turned away once again. Near identical region, just a single this time. 6 off the over, including those 2 wickets. And USRC then 41. Oh, big shot. First 6 of the innings. And it's Awais Mohammed Jr. going big over that long on boundary. It's probably a little too late, but hey, I'm not going to complain as a neutral fan. I want to see as many 6s as possible. Moves on to 14 off 11 with the assistance of 1-4 and 1 massive 6 that you saw just now. Look at that third umpire, Niaz Ali, walking onto the field. Looks like we're not going to get that ball back. So, another 450 Hong Kong dollars that CHK will never see again. That's the second time today that a new ball has come out onto the field. That's 900 Hong Kong dollars. Ooh, 900 Hong Kong dollars. How much is that in USD? I want to say around 118 USD, using my rough math skills. Here we go. Can he make it 2 6s and 2 balls? No, but there's work to do here for deep square leg. He's not going to get round. So a 6 followed by a boundary. Well done, Awais Mohammed Jr. 18 off 12 now. 2 boundaries and a 6. The score now moving on to 57 for 4. We have 1 delivery left in the 13th over. For the first time today, some pressure on the broad shoulders of Ashley Caddy. He's conceded 19 runs, 1 ball left in his third over. Goes big again. Over extra cover, second 6 of this over. Awais Mohammed Jr., look at you. Kicked into third gear, breathing some life into this contest. USRC now 63 for 4 after 13. That required run rate has dropped from 15 runs and over to 14.4 runs per over. So that was a good over for USRC by a distance. The best of the innings, 2 maximums, and of course a boundary for Awais Mohammed Jr. Mohammed Awais Jr., I beg your pardon. Going to be Akbar on strike to Mudassar. That's guided away for a single. A smart decision from Akbar as well. Mohammed Awais Jr. going strong from the other end. He's taken his helmet off, and without a doubt he's going to want to look to go big yet again. We spoke about this 10 minutes ago when he walked to the crease. He has a reputation of making good use of that long handle. 64 for 4, Mohammed Awais Jr. If you do well in this series, you could get picked in that All-Star series. Back to the bowler, easy, caught and bowled. Look at that, commentator's curse, we were just talking him up. And he lobs a catch back to the impressive Mudassar. The leg spinner expensive in his first over, but he's struck back. overs, 2.2 overs, 1 for 15 for Mudassar Hussain. They need exactly 100 runs to win of 40 deliveries. It's not going to be easy. That run rate now, required run rate, I beg your pardon, back up to 15 runs per over. You can see that run rate worm beginning to just peak above ground. But it's still not good enough here for USRC. 100 needed of 40 deliveries. The good news for them is Akbar Khan is still at the crease, but they need another over. That last over, of course, 2 maximums and a boundary. They need that to happen again and again and again. They dug themselves into a bit of a hole here, USRC. But remember, heading into this contest, they had a huge net run rate advantage. So even if they cannot chase this down, it's an important next 6.4 overs coming up for USRC. If they can finish strong, maybe get up to 140. It just acts as a means of damage limitation Their net run rate is definitely gonna take a hit if they go down today. But there we go. Smashed. Straight to deep cover, just a single. I tell you what, Aftab Hussain can definitely hit it big. He's yet to fulfill his full potential as a number 7 batter. Swing and a miss. Akbar, USRC skipper, not happy with that. "19 off 26 with the assistance of 2 boundaries. But no boundaries and barely any runs for him in the last 15 or 20 minutes. Smashes it. Deep mid-wicket should cut this off. And yes, he does. So the shoulders just drooping here for Akbar. You get the feeling maybe this is just out of reach for USRC. You never know, funny things can happen in this game of cricket, but if they want to challenge this target of 164, they need boundaries, they need maximums. Once again, Jamie Atkinson making no mistake whatsoever at backward point. It's a good end to a good over from Mudassar Hussain, 66 for 5 after 14. I'm sure you could hear that in the background. It's getting louder and louder here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. More members coming on to that members balcony. Oh, he goes big. That's massive, in fact. Look at that. Niaz Ali, third umpire, watches leaves fall to the ground. That's gone into the tree. Thankfully, it's not going to be a change of ball, but well done, Akbar. Akbar Khan with his first maximum. A slog sweep into deep mid-wicket. And for the first time in this innings, that run rate for USRC is exceeding 5 runs per over. They're 72 for 5 after 14.1. They require 15.8 runs per over for victory. That's dug out. Good defensive bowling skills here. Sent back. Oh, look at that. A big appeal. An appeal for obstruction of the field. Personally, I don't think Akbar Khan changed the direction that he was running in. I don't think this should be a run out. The umpires, nonetheless, they're going to come together for a consultation. Tell you what, it would be a bit of a shame if Akbar Khan was adjudged out in this fashion. The umpires know best, and they decide to rule in the batsman's favor. I think that's the right decision. KCC not protesting the decision either. But I gotta say, good defensive bowling skills. Hit for a 6 and then bowls it right up there in the block hole. 4 balls left in the 15th over. Oh yeah, this is going the distance yet again. A good attempt there from Mo Khan to drag it back in, but to no avail. 2 sixes in the space of 3 deliveries for Akbar Khan. The USRC skipper finally getting a move on. He's 32 off 30 with the assistance of 2 boundaries and 2 sixes. That score now moving on to 78 for 5. Is there hope after all for USRC? Oh, is this 3 maximums? Absolutely. Sails over deep square leg and into those nets, those practice nets. I tell you what, I have a feeling that it's game on here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. 3 maximums in the space of 4 deliveries. And now they need 80 off 32 to win. USRC, can they pull off a miracle? That's into the offside. A quick single. A strong throw. Unable to prevent the single, however. 79 off 31. You have a well-set skipper at the crease. Akbar Khan, he's the man in form. Undefeated on 49 2 weeks ago. One of the stars of the show. In fact, the man of the match against HKCC in a big win for USRC on the opening day. 79 off 31. Aftab Hussain, he can go big. Oh, look at that. Great comeback. Atiq Iqbal. It's a wicket, but more importantly, it's also a dot ball. And now they've lost more than half their side here, USRC. They still need 79 off the last 30 deliveries to win. It's going to be a new batter walking to the crease. We're going to get confirmation on who's walking in at number 8. If you're just joining us and you're looking at that equation, 79 needed off 30 balls, you're probably thinking, hey, I have no idea how USRC are going to chase this down. But guess what? 3 maximums coming in the previous over. There is a little bit of hope here for USRC, but they need a big over, and they need one right now. Something in the region of 20-25 runs off this over will make things interesting. 79 needed off 30 deliveries at close to 16 runs per over. It's tough to go at that required rate for an extended period of time. And the new batter at the crease is Shahryar Khan. Cut away, in fact, a play and a miss. Five balls left. Down the ground to long on. Just a single. Akbar Khan, apologies. Oh, reverse sweep. Oh, quick run. Has he sacrificed his wicket? Ooh. A clean collection from the bowler and it would have been 7 wickets down. And of course, just a few days ago, there's been a change in the playing conditions in world cricket. Starting, I believe, on the 5th of October, if a catch is taken and the batters cross over. Down the ground, has he beat long off? No, he hasn't. But of course, if the batters cross over, it doesn't matter anymore. The new batter will always be on strike unless it's the last delivery of the over, in which case the non-striker will be on strike. So it doesn't matter if the batters cross over. If the catch is taken, the catch is taken. A play and a miss. But a good comeback here from Mudassar Hussain. Conceded 11 in his first over. 20 runs in his spell so far. Last ball of his spell. Intelligent bit of bowling. It should only be a single. Big appeal. Very optimistic one. No movement there from the umpire. That's a very, very good over here for KCC. In fact, it looks like there's one delivery left in this over. Nope. It's over. $75 needed of 24 deliveries. They only have 4 wickets in hand. They have to go at 18.75 runs per over. USRC, they need 4 boundaries and over to chase this down. Akbar Khan batting on 41 off 35. He's been the pick of the players and the pick of the batters here for USRC. The captain once again leading from the front, but it's not going to be enough. Unless something absolutely crazy happens here. And I like this move, getting Jay Davidson back into the attack. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay Davidson starts hitting that hard length. Oh, look at that. That's up in the air. It's a catching chance. And it's taken smartly at long off. Good stuff there. KCC picking up yet another wicket. It looks like Ashley Caddy. Yes, Ashley Caddy with a catch at long off. And a hard equation becomes even more difficult here for USRC. They only have 3 wickets in hand now. 23 balls and they need 75 runs. They need a lot of maximums. They need to clear the boundary. And need to do it on multiple occasions. Still there, 41 of 35 for Akbar Khan. He's got his hands on his hips. He's going to be at the non-strikers end, the new batter to the crease. We're going to get confirmation on who that is. And walking in at number 9 is Ali Muhammad. He's got an absolute mountain to climb, and he's going to have to climb that mountain in record speed. 75 needed of 23 deliveries. Deep mid-wicket on the boundary. Deep square leg also on the boundary. Long on the rope as well. That's pushed into the offside. They're going to come through for a single. That brings Akbar Khan back on strike. And Akbar Khan, he's going to need quite a few maximums. And he's the most likely batter to clear the boundary here for USRC. And this goes without saying, but he's going to be eyeing up that offside. And if I was Jay Davidson right now, I'd be looking to bowl that wide Yorker. Do not bowl it in the arc or you will go out of the park. Oh, there we go. Well disguised slower one there from Jay Davidson. Makes no connection on that Akbar Khan. That one actually bouncing up and hitting him on the shoulder. That required run rate now 21.14 runs per over. You get the sense that it's too much to do for USRC. But it's very important if you're USRC. You want to limit that net run rate damage. There we go. Into a wideish long on. Will he find the gap? No, he won't. Simandeep Singh does well. Strong throw. Just a single. And just as importantly, Akbar Khan is off strike. It's going to be Ali Muhammad facing yet again. Still looking for his first boundary. .73 needed of 20 deliveries for victory. Goes leg side. Should be cut off. Yeah, there you go. Babar Hayat. Didn't have a fantastic day with the bat. Made a decent contribution in a partnership with Azaz Khan. But he's been lightning quick in the field. A very strong arm as usual. Babar Hayat, one of Hong Kong's finest. Charges down the track, misses that one. A play and a miss to round off the 17th over. It's 92 for 7. 3 overs left, 72 runs required. We have Dan Pascoe coming back into the attack. Ali Muhammad goes big, goes all the way, I think. Yeah, there you go. Finding that gap between long on and deep mid wicket. Well done, Ali Muhammad. I don't think it's going to make a big difference to the final equation, but it makes a difference to that run rate. A reminder, a 5-team competition, single round robin format, 4 group games for each of these 5 teams. The top 2 will go through to the final. Play and a miss. Well done, Dan Pascoe, shortening his length, flatter trajectory and firing it in faster. Straight back to the bowler, consecutive dot balls. And if you're KCC, same thing applies to you. It's about boosting your net run rate as much as possible. If multiple teams end up tied on points, then it's going to be net run rate that determines who goes through to that final. Down the ground, long on. Makes no mistake, just a single. $99 for 7 now. 14 very important deliveries left in this innings. Akbar Khan on strike. Oh, guides that away. Charlie Walsh as a substitute is onto the field. Cuts it off and it's just a single. But importantly for USRC, it brings up their 100. They're 100 for 7 with 1 ball left in the 18th over. I don't see anybody cheering or clapping in that dugout. They're disappointed with this effort, with this batting effort. USRC. Hasn't been a good day for them. Down the ground, has he found that straight boundary? Yes, he has. Look at that, a 6 and a 4 in this over so far. He moves into double figures, 13 off 7 with the assistance of a boundary and a 6. Good end to the over from Ali Muhammad, 104 for 7 after 18. I tell you what, both that maximum and that boundary made such a sweet sound off the bat. Ali Muhammad, I don't know what bat you're using, but I want to use that same bat. You don't have a bat sponsor. Ooh, well hey sponsors, if you're watching, hey, I'd sponsor Ali Muhammad. Look at that, no sticker on his bat, no sponsor, but he's smacking them around the Kowloon Cricket Club. Nonetheless, it's a little too late here for the USRC. 60 needed off 2 overs. Ooh, it's hit Akbar Khan on the body. Oof, into the rib cage. Well done, Ashley Caddy. He's a strong, strong man. Ashley Caddy. Hate to get into a bar fight with Ashley Caddy. Definitely get a black eye. Not that I'm condoning bar fights. Not at all. 60 needed off 11 deliveries. He might have to bowl that again, absolutely. And Akbar Khan just asking square leg, is that 1 bouncer for the over as well? I think that's a good call from both of the umpires. I don't think that was above shoulder height. Down the leg side yet again. Bit of ill discipline here from KCC. Like I said, net run rate is so important. If you win by a big margin, you get a big net run rate boost. And that also boosts your chances of finishing in the top 2 and getting through to that final. "11 balls left in this game." Sweet sound off the bat. Has he found the gap? Absolutely. Splitting the gap between deep square leg and deep mid wicket. He now moves on to 47 off 41. 3 boundaries, 3 sixes. Look at that, going at exactly a run of ball now. USRC for the first time in this innings. 110 for 3. Apologies, 110 for 7. Look at that, made a good connection to the right of square leg this time. And 50 up here for Akbar Khan, a very good knock from the captain. 51 off 42, it's not going to make a difference to the final result, but it makes a huge difference to the net run rate. That's also 100 runs up in the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League for USRC skipper Akbar Khan. Well done, Akbar. Player of the match on opening day, and of course today registering a half century. 114 for 7. Ooh, swing and a miss this time. Two balls left in the over. 50 runs needed off 8 deliveries. It's not going to happen unless we have an absolute miracle. Tucked away yet again. More work to do for the fielders in the deep. A valiant attempt. Well done, Babar Hayat. You've definitely saved 2 runs there. It's a warm round of applause from the rest of his outfielders. But the gap between USRC's score and the total from KCC is closing. They're still going to go down in this contest, USRC, but they're improving their net run rate. Ooh, bottom edge into his body. A valuable dot ball here for KCC. End of the over, an expensive one. 116 for 7. Last rights here for USRC. Final 6 deliveries of this contest. It's going to be a convincing win here for for KCC. Ali Muhammad on strike. He's looking leg side. Ali Muhammad, if you can make a sweet enough connection, it doesn't matter where the fielders are, the ball will sail over their head. Atiq Iqbal to bowl the last over. Down the ground, long off. Should cut this off. Yes, he does. Babar Hayat makes no mistake. $117 for 7. We have 5 balls left. A slow ball, slower ball, in fact, and a dot ball. In fact, no, a wide. One for 24 in 3.4 overs for Atiq Iqbal with the help of Maiden. Oh, that's a full toss. Oh, look at that. Smacks into that tree. Half a dozen runs here for USRC. He's looking for that no ball. Oh, square leg umpire says, I don't know what you're talking about. That was below your waist. But Akbar Khan picks up his 4th maximum of the innings. Score now moves on to 124 for 7. 59 off 46 for Akbar Khan. Word coming in from the match referee is a decision has been made on player of the match, and that player of the match is gonna be KCC opener Azaz Khan. Brilliant innings of 77 at the top of the order. Squeezes it out. It's going to be a dot ball into the cover region. But like I said, Ezaz Khan, he attacked that power play. 44 for 1 KCC at the end of the power play. They were slow through the middle phase of the innings, but they attacked the final 5 overs. They went massive in the final 5 overs, collecting 59 runs in the last 5 overs. That's amazing. Oh, full toss. That's out of here. Look at that. That's into the Chinese army barracks. Half a dozen more runs here for Akbar Khan. 130 for 7 now. 2 balls left. Look at that. You can see that comfortably over the boundary. Niaz Ali throwing a ball to the on-field umpire. Yet another 450 Hong Kong dollars that we're never going to see again. I gotta say, a good fight back here from USRC. It's not going to be enough. But Akbar Khan, he's getting hold of a few. 65 off 48, the only USRC batsman to impress so far. That's guided away. Jamie Atkinson holds on to that one. No need for any heroics. Here we go. Atiq Iqbal coming in for the last ball of this game. Ali Muhammad digs out that Yorker. It goes down to a deep mid wicket. You got to come back for 2. Net run rate could always come into it. They come back for 2. But it's not going to be enough to prevent their first loss of the tournament for USRC. But for KCC, it's their first win of the Gencor CHK Men's T20 Premier League. 133 for 7. And a 30-run victory here for KCC. A convincing victory for the men in green. And this is shaping up to be a very exciting tournament. You gotta say, Ezaz Khan, 77 at the top of the order, adjudged player of the match, and rightfully so. He's set the foundation for a convincing victory here at the Kowloon Cricket Club. As for the bowlers, the wickets were shared around by KCC's bowlers. Dan Pascoe, very impressive. Jay Davidson, maybe the pick of the bowlers in my opinion. The KCC bouncing back strong after losing to Pakistan Association last week. This is Jay Dansinghani. I'll be signing off pretty shortly. If you like what you've heard, you can always follow me on Twitter at Jay Dansinghani. And of course, follow Cricket Hong Kong on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Thank you so much to Gencor, our sponsors today, for supporting cricket in Hong Kong for an extended period of time. And hit that bell icon, hit that subscribe button. Anytime we go live from Hong Kong, you'll be the first person to find out. And do join us next week, next Sunday, for more action at the Gencor CHK Women's and Men's T20 Premier League. It's Jay Dansinghani signing off. I'll see you next Sunday. For the national team at the Asia Cup qualifiers and the main Asia Cup tournament. Fired in, and it's taken. First wicket. Babar Hayat lofting a 6 over long off. Oh, this is high in the air. Catching chance here. Is it going to land in no man's land? No. Akbar Khan, that's a fantastic caught and bowl. And suddenly, we were talking about a score of 150. It's looking like 160 maybe. Goes down the track. Is this 3 in a row? No, it isn't. It's taken in the deep. Riders. Good anticipation. Strong throw. We're halfway through the 17th over. Just 3 runs off it. All 3 runs coming in singles. Full toss. That sailed over. Figures on the cards here for Ezaz Khan. He's well set. Anything can happen in these last 20 deliveries. 131 for 3. Bang down the ground. That sailed. Needs 23 more runs for his century. Bang! He hasn't got all of it. Long on, settles under it and takes it. That's the end of Azaz Khan. A reminder, USRC with a big net run rate boost. Bowled out HKCC for 80 in their first game and chased it down easily. Punched off the back foot and taken by the extra cover fielder. Last game in the closing stages, it was a little too late from Jay Davidson. But can he repeat the dose? Is he looking towards cow corner? Yes, he is, but he's caught out of his crease. Second wicket of the over. And another. It's been a good comeback from Gazanfar after conceding that maximum to Kirskada. 1 ball left. That's into the leg side. Is it going to clear the man at deep mid wicket? And coming over the wicket, Umar Muhammad facing up to his first ball. That's a top edge, catching chance. Ooh. In fact, good presence of mind there from Jamie Atkinson. And good use of that long handle. 64 for 4, Muhammad Awais Jr. If you do well in this series, you could get picked in that All-Star series. Back to the bowler, easy, caught and bowled. Look at that, commentators KCC in a big win for USRC on the opening day. 79 off 31. Aftab Hussain, he can go big. Oh, look at that, great comeback. Atiq Iqbal move, getting Jay Davidson back into the attack. I wouldn't be surprised if Jay Davidson starts hitting that hard length. Oh, look at that, that's up in the air. It's a catching chance, and it's taken smart for the first time in this innings. 110 for 3. Apologies, 110 for 7. Look at that, made a good connection to the right.